Hello, all you writers out there. It is Friday. That means it is time for you to learn everything you need to know to write, publish, and promote a great book. I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, co-founder of Two Sisters Writing and Publishing, and every Friday I go live with our superstar author, Joanie Lindenmeyer, and we talk to you about everything you need to know to write, publish, and promote a great book. Welcome, Joanie.
Welcome, Elizabeth. Good to see you again. I always look forward to these Friday podcasts.
Me
Starts my
too.
day off right and just keeps on going for the whole week.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, it's always great to see you. And we're both wearing purple and pink,
Yes,
which are
yes,
some of our favorite colors. And before we get
right.
into our awesome topic today, I want to share that our book, Write Your Book in a Day, the blueprint for turning your book dreams into published reality by me and my sister Catherine Greenspan here at Two Sisters Writing and Publishing, and with a quote on the back by best-selling author Joanie Lindenmeyer. It is still 2 weeks later on the Amazon Hot New Releases list, which is amazing because this
Yes.
book is putting the knowledge that people need into their hands to write their book. So, what do you think about that, Joni?
Congratulations. I carry it in my backpack now, and I'm even helping people to purchase it out of my backpack because I go, you can write a book. If I can do it from this blueprint, anybody can do it. The book
Oh,
works, the knowledge works, the heart works. And that's what it's all about.
yeah, yeah, sharing that knowledge. So, thank you so much.
Oh,
So
you're welcome.
while I'm putting it into practice, I was working on 4 books, and then since Thanksgiving, I've just been in hermit mode writing. Finished this one bestseller. Now I'm finishing 3 more, and I'm literally working. Yesterday, I worked 14 hours, and then I woke up this morning with this much energy, zero. Joni, I was like in a trance. And I literally left all my energy here at my desk yesterday in the book. It's in the book. It's great. I wrote a whole chapter yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
However, it made me really want to talk about our topic today. It's about how to avoid burnout and stay energized while you're writing.
Yes.
So you
Great
as
topic.
thanks, Joni. You
Yes.
as someone who has more energy than most people I've ever met in my life, did you ever deal with fatigue while you were writing on all 3 books?
I think so. I think so. I have a few tips today and I want to hear your tips as well. So I'm going to jump right in. I have two props. I have two
Okay.
props. So
All right.
if you want more energy, get more batteries
Okay.
and rechargeable batteries. So what are your rechargeable batteries? That's what you get to figure out. Okay, when you know what your rechargeable batteries are, then all will be well. So my rechargeable
Mhm.
batteries are music,
Okay.
walking on the beach,
Mm-hmm.
talking to a friend,
Mm-hmm.
taking a break,
Mm-hmm.
pouring it on, having a great attitude that, it's not a single game. To me, when you look at things from a bigger picture, it's a season. I love sports. So I look at
Oh,
things as a season.
nice.
People would say, well, what's your favorite season? And they're expecting like spring or summer. I'm like, March. There's baseball, there's basketball, there's volleyball, but when you're
Oh,
writing a book, it's a season.
wow.
And so it's
Wow.
not just one single game. And I think when you look at that in that perspective, that gives you your recharge energy, but also find your personal ones. And so one of my favorite personal ones is right here. And it's a pillow. It's a pillow. Because when you have those times when you get frustrated or you get down or you're zero energy, like Elizabeth just said, give yourself a hug. Go hug a pillow. Go seriously, go hug a pillow and you'll be amazed what happened because all of a sudden it will be amazing. And then what happens from that? You end up with a book.
Oh, Joni, you are awesome. Look at
Isn't that
that.
incredible? My sister Gail made this for me. And it's so
Aw.
true because, you have to give yourself grace. You have to
Yes.
give yourself grace.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So I
Yeah.
know I started off with a bang here with a bunch of stuff, and I'm probably rattling on, but I'm just super thrilled and jazzed and excited about life. And, I think that's part of the energy when you have the attitude that, oh my gosh, it's a brand new day. I wonder what's going to happen today. It's going to be wonder filled with greatness.
Oh, I love
So,
it.
those are my tips. I think I'm going to be quiet because I want to hear from you, Miss Guru. What are your tips for energy?
Wow, that was so good, Joni. Wow. So what you just said about a season, and that's something that can motivate you mentally if you're fatigued, that knowing that this is not permanent, this is just the book. You have to power through and get to the end, especially if you have a deadline, which I do for my ghostwriting clients.
Huh?
And then we had a deadline for this because we wanted to release it at the South Coast Writers Conference in Brookings last month. So we had to
Right.
get it done and ready, and it was like perfect timing. And for your wonderful oceanfront event that you hosted at John and Ron's house.
That was so
So,
fun. That was so
mhm.
fun.
So thinking of it as a season is a brilliant concept, Joni. Thank you for that. And then
You're
having
welcome.
things that rejuvenate, recharge. At first, when you held up batteries, I didn't know what you meant, but it makes
That
total
happens
sense.
quite a bit when I do things with people. I just put it out there. I know what it means, but it's like, how do I communicate this? Okay, keep going.
Well, you communicated it very well, and it's essentially things that recharge your energy. And so that's exactly what I do. If I'm sitting here in a daze and my sentences won't form and I'm too mentally fatigued to go through my notes and compose, I get up. It's pointless to try and write in that state.
Hmm,
And so
hmm,
what I do, there's many things. Sometimes it means I need to eat, and I make sure that I eat high protein and slow carbs and vegetables. So I my that and healthy fat. So for lunch I had salmon and olive oil and lima beans, which are slow carbs, and also raw zucchini slices, which is just vegetables. And I have will have my sustained energy all afternoon. It's not spiking up and down from sugar, because sometimes writers can reach for candy or pop or something super sugary thinking it's going to give them energy. Well, it will for a hot second and then you'll crash and then you'll feel worse. So
hmm,
been there, done
hmm,
that, don't do it anymore. I eat super healthy, balanced, fat, protein, slow carbs because your brain needs a lot of glucose and your brain actually uses 20 to 25% of your energy. And I know that when I'm sitting here writing, like yesterday, I was so high energy. I wrote for 14 hours I worked. And so then I'm like, oh, no wonder I'm so exhausted today.
hmm,
However,
hmm.
I wanted to get back into that state. So my lunch, and then I got up and then here's what I do, Joni.
Okay.
I do yoga, meditate. I might lay on the living room floor and stare at my plants. I might water my plants. I might go outside for a walk. I might do laundry, vacuum, clean the kitchen, cook. All these things push a reset because it takes my brain off the task and I'm distracted from the worry or anxiety of the pressure of deadlines. And
Hmm,
those little tasks around the house, first of all, they get done, and secondly, they recharge. So when I come
hmm,
back to my desk, I'm like, okay, now I can focus.
hmm. Excellent. Oh, that all is excellent. And you know what I love about all that you said, Elizabeth? You
What?
take the time to do that. You don't
Hmm.
sit at your computer and mope saying, "Where's my next sentence? Where's my next thing?" You get up and you do something. You're taking the time, and you take the time to eat. A lot of
Yes.
times people will walk around and eat and do that kind of thing versus, and I'm hoping that you're sitting down. Do you sit down and enjoy your salmon and your lima beans?
Listen to this. It's so important and it's such a rejuvenative time for me that I don't answer the phone. I watch something on Netflix that I really enjoy, and right now I'm rewatching Bridgerton, which I absolutely love. The Bridgerton series on Netflix. I'm so happy, and I savor my food. I stay in the moment. I really savor it, and I feel grateful. And I say, thank you, God, for this delicious nourishment that enables me to share my gifts with the world. And it's my time. Yep, I'm not going to be texting. I'm not going to be doing any interaction. I mean, unless there's someone here and I'm eating with them, but that's unusual. And so it's my time away. I'm not working. I'm not looking at emails. If I get a business correspondence come in via text or email, I do not respond until after. It's, I mean, what? It's 20, 30 minutes for my meal. So
Right.
I fiercely protect that time. And Joni, another one is um
Yay. Congratulations for doing that. You know, and that takes discipline. That takes discipline, and
mhm,
that takes looking at, again, the big season, not just the one single game. You're looking at
mhm,
the bigger picture. How do I
mhm.
take care of myself in this process? And that's
Yes.
what you're doing. Because if we don't take care of ourselves, no one else will. And
Right.
people don't want to be around us. And you don't even want to be around yourself if you're not taking care of yourself. Is that true or what? You
It
know?
is because you get cranky, you get irritated. For me, overstimulation is a bad thing. I get discombobulated, so I
Mhm.
protect against that. And then when you're in the writing mode like this, Joni, and you
Yes.
might have experienced, all my energy is devoted to completing my book.
Mhm.
Therefore, I don't have time to chit chat on the phone because that is going to deplete, and it might be delightful to chit chat. However, it could deplete my energy.
Mhm.
So I'm
Mhm. Mhm.
fiercely protective of we only have this much energy in a day,
Mhm.
and then we have to
I
sleep.
have this much.
I know you're not you're superhuman like that, Joni. I know. I'm talking about the regular human beings out here like me who, well, I don't feel regular either, but my energy isn't like yours. Like, I don't know where you get that, but it's anybody, all you out there, if you've ever been around Joanie Lindenmeyer, you will see she has the energy of 10 people. Except once, Joni, after was that your first book signing in Oregon where we went to the Thai place and you were like at the head of the table? We had like, I don't know, 10, 12 people at this long table and Joni's at the head of it and we look over there and she's like almost half asleep.
I think I conked out for 20 minutes, and your sister took a picture of me too. It was like, oh my gosh. That's what happens. You know, I give it, and I think this is an important part. I am in the present all the time. So if I am with you, I am with you
Yes,
100,
yes,
1000%. If I'm
yes,
on the pickleball court, that's what I'm doing. If I
yes,
am writing, that's what I'm doing. You
right.
know, so I am
Exactly.
1000% plus at that moment. And you
Yes,
you you have my heart, you have my attention, you have me for that whole time. And
yes. That's the secret to
and
being.
then and then I conk out.
Well, that moment was proof that you're human and that you actually get tired. So we were all really humored by it. But Joni,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So that kind of fierce protection of time and energy happens when I'm writing as well. And the
Hmm.
times,
Hmm.
like I turn off the notifications for email so it doesn't go across the top of my screen and distract me.
Hmm.
I mute my phones. And so I hold off all that extra interaction for later when I take a break
Hmm.
when my energy is lower. But when my energy is
Hmm.
high, I devote it to the writing. But another thing that I do, Joni, and you touched on it with pickleball, is I go to the gym. I work out with
Hmm.
my friend or friends, and it's my time. It's like recess for me, and I love it. It's hard work, but it also keeps my brain and body primed for what I do, my mental exertion. And it's fun. It's social. Like I was telling you, I sit in the sauna after the workout. It's all women, and we talk about everything from A to Z, and it's sweat is pouring. It's 180 degrees. It's the light is very dim. It's very soothing, very nurturing to talk to the women and, learn things and share. And so that's a beautiful thing. And then I come home and then I'm rejuvenated and then I can work for a few more hours before bed.
Hmm. 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 Wow, wow. What a life you have. And you're able to routinely, consistently incorporate all that. It's a
Yeah.
lifestyle. It's not
Mhm.
like you do it one thing and you wait 2 or 3 months and do it again. You're consistently doing that. And I think
Yeah.
that's a key point for everybody, you know, to find what works for you. And you
Hmm.
may have kids and animals and work and all the other kind of things that you still need to figure out. How do I find the energy to write? And this is where you need to figure that out. You know, have your game plan. Are you going to be writing, like you've said many a time, Elizabeth, are you devoting 10 minutes a day or an hour on a Saturday and 3 hours on a Sunday? But figure out what routine you have. And then, of course, find your rechargeable modes. And then as well, make sure that you're being kind to yourself. Hug that
Yeah.
pillow. Give yourself a hug.
I
Give
love
yourself a
that.
hug,
I
you
love
know?
it. I love that
And
so
and
much.
your in your sauna. Your sauna is like a hug.
Oh, for sure.
Your
Yeah.
sauna is like a hug.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are
Beautiful.
great tips. I mean, if we were to actually put them in numbers, we probably came up with 20 tips right there for everybody. We did it in a
Yeah.
conversation, which to me is more fun, and stories, which is more fun, but a lot of tips in there.
Yeah, there's so many more. Another
Hmm.
one is very simple, but it's to stay hydrated.
Oh, good
Even
point.
if you're slightly dehydrated, you won't even know
Good
it. But
idea. Here's to water.
yes, water. I drink so much water and tea during the day. And I don't drink pop. I don't drink sugary things. I do a green smoothie, but I don't put fruit in it. So it's important to understand how nutrition affects your energy and make sure that what you drink is going to going to hydrate you, not dehydrate you. Because if
Hydrate.
you drink alcohol, which I tried to write while drinking wine once, and it really didn't go well.
Ooh, I like to read that chapter.
And then
Uh-huh.
some people get in their groove to be creative by smoking marijuana. I don't do that either, but do what
Uh-huh.
works for you. And then there's also the stereotype of the writer who's smoking cigarettes, chugging coffee or whiskey. And, that's a really outdated, unhealthy
Hmm.
stereotype of writers. But, you do you, but I'm telling you, if you want to maximize, optimize your productivity, your focus, get in your genius zone, a very clean lifestyle with healthy food, plenty of sleep, know how much sleep that you need. I need 8 hours to really function at my best genius zone. Um, Keeping a peaceful life. If you have all kinds of disruptions by people
Oh,
in your
good
life who
point.
have conflict and anger and drama and all this stuff, you're not going
Yeah.
to be able to focus. When I was going
Yeah.
through a divorce, I would sit at the screen and it would like dance. The words would just dance around. I could not concentrate because I was so
Mm-hmm.
stressed. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
understand that and do as much as you can to mitigate that kind of
Mm-hmm.
stress. And talk
Mm-hmm.
about
That's a
seasons.
really, really good point because people have a lot of stress or trauma or I use the word crap, but just stuff going on in their life that
Yeah.
um, they need to resolve that. They need to take care of that. And hopefully I'm a cheerleader for people to help them to resolve that, including prayer or blessings as well as just being a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect, Johnny. That is such a great point because for me, prayer is huge.
Hmm.
Huge part of this maintaining the stamina and energy to complete a book. And
Hmm.
so prayer, I give thanks beforehand, like last night before bed, I journal. Thank you, God, that tomorrow is an excellent writing day and I was very productive and focused. So I give thanks before it happened, and that
Yeah.
flexes my faith muscles to
Yeah.
show, okay, God, I know you got me. I know you're going to get me through this.
That's so cute. Faith muscles. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to rename my bicep and my quads to faith muscles. That's a great way to say that, but you're exactly right.
Mhm.
You know? Oh my
So
gosh, that's well said. That's well put.
thanks, Joni. So what it does is it changes your brain so that I go to sleep confident that I'm going to have an excellent writing day, as opposed to laying there sleepless, worried about, oh my God, tomorrow I have to do this, that, interview this person and put this in there. Oh, I forgot that statistic. No, I'm
Hmm.
completely
Hmm.
calm and I go to sleep and get
Hmm.
my sleep and then get up and I know I'm going to rock it.
Right on, right on, right on. And God or higher being or higher power, whatever you say, will give you answers, will give you clarity, will give you all that. And when you totally trust in that and let go of that in your prayer, your meditation, your yoga, however you do that, it is all peace. It is all
Yeah.
peace and harmony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
another thing, Joni, and you do this, is just surround yourself with people who will encourage you so that if you do have
Oh
a
yeah.
low energy day, or you just feel like you can't write today because you're too tired or whatever, you call them and they'll give you a pep talk because they believe
Mm-hmm.
you have lots of
Mm-hmm.
people like that.
Mm-hmm. Quality friends, quality family. Yep. Yep, exactly. And how do you have that quality relationships? I think that's a question you have to ask yourself. Are you giving quality time or energy with those people or to those people? Or every time you talk to them, are you complaining or being a downer? Or are you helping to build them up? Are you helping to say, hey, look at the wondrous things going on. Let's not just focus on the negative. Let's focus on the positive.
Right,
Yep,
absolutely, Joni, absolutely. And so
yep.
how do you do that? Um, First, you have to, it starts with awareness. Look at
Ooh,
how you're
good.
interacting with people. If you find yourself gossiping or dwelling on negativity, stop.
Yep.
But if you're not aware of it, or if you're around people who that's just the norm, then just wake up and take a look at how you are
And
and
choose who
how,
you want to hang with.
yeah, 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 for sure, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Joni, do you have any final tips on how to stay energized to write a book?
We've listed so many of them. I think the self-care, the self-love, what you put in your mind, what you put in your heart, finding ways that energize you that are healthy.
Hmm.
I'm just sort of summarizing what we've talked about, attitude, and again, to look at things as you're writing. I mean, whether it's taking you months or years to write a book, it's a season. It's a sports season. So just remember that you don't have to do everything in one day. You don't have to, it's a season, and give your grace that way. Give your,
Yes,
I think
I
those are my
love.
final tips. And probably no, I do have one more tip,
Okay.
is find, find, have, celebrate a person or persons that can be on this journey with you, because it is a journey. And so for myself in writing the books, I couldn't have done it without you, Elizabeth. I couldn't have done it without Catherine. And then I have Sally and Gail, and I can go through a bunch of different names of people that were my spiritual guides, my spiritual team, my hearty souls. But to have those people that you can call upon, and they will lift you up. They will
Yes,
lift you up.
yes, I love it. I
Yeah.
love
And so thank you to you. Thank you to Catherine for incredible books and that we've created. And they're rocking the world. They're touching
it.
hearts.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, Joni, you're amazing. You really said some wise, wonderful things today. And I
Oh.
know I don't think you mentioned your beach walks, but those are something that you definitely do to rejuvenate.
Yesterday was three rainbows when I was walking on the beaches and the trails. Three different times the rainbows were appearing. It was like, this is a
Oh,
rainbow year, everybody. This is a
yeah.
rainbow year.
It really is. It really is. So here's another thing. There is some really crazy stuff happening that's in the world that's just horrific. And
Yes.
when you
Yes.
focus on your craft and you know that you can make a positive difference in the world with what you're doing with your book, it really can shift the energy for yourself, first of all, so that you can stay peaceful. And then for all the people who will read your book and celebrate it and apply your wisdom to whatever they need.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so just keep that in mind. Keep that
Hmm.
in mind. Your book can actually change the world. So keep the faith
Hmm.
with it, hunker down, focus, and make it happen.
Absolutely. When you just said that, Elizabeth, I just had this vision of all kinds of people around the world writing from their heart, writing from their brain. And that collective spirit can change hate and war into love and peace. All
Totally.
that collective harmony.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, that was so visually right there.
Yeah, it's true. It's totally true. Totally. It's not to trivialize anything because people are stuck. There's thousands of
Yeah.
Americans who are stuck, including my best friend from
Ooh.
childhood. They're trying to come home and they
Hmm.
can't. So I'm
Hmm.
praying for them. It's
Okay.
really
Okay.
upsetting,
Okay.
but thank you. But when you write, you focus, you do something positive, like you just said, it can help shift the global energies of the collective and it makes a difference. So thank you for that,
Absolutely.
Joni.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. And thank you for all your wisdom. I pray for your friend right now and pray for all the people that are in turmoil. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
just all the
for
people in
sure.
turmoil.
Absolutely. And they feel our prayers. I know this.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay. What a great topic today. And I can see it in your eyeballs. Oh my gosh, I know your heart is touched. I know your
Yeah.
heart is touched. Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Well,
yep.
thank you, Joni. And thank you, all you writers out there. You can get all of our books at twosisterswriting.com. You can learn about our coaching services and publishing services, read all our books, order them hardcover, paperback, ebook. None Better by Joanie Lindenmeyer. You can reach her at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Joanie Lindenmeyer. And you can find us at our website, twosisterswriting.com. Contact us. We'd love to talk with you. And also, we wish you happy reading and happy writing. And we'll see you next week.
You got it. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. You're the best. You're the best. High
Thanks.
energy. Big
So are
hugs,
you,
everybody.
Joanie.